Hello everybody. Out enjoying the beautiful morning we've got today, and gonna come out and harvest my corn. Come out last night, picked 6-8 ears off here, and we cooked it up. Had a little bit of squash and bell pepper and onion, kind of sauteed and some butter with it. Man, it was a wonderful meal. Such a pleasure in life to be able to grow and provide for your family, and just enjoy the fruits of your labor and what God has blessed us all with. There's a little interesting ear that came off on one of the side shoots on one of my plants. As far as side shoots goes, I don't remove mine. Texas A&M, our extension agency here in Texas, recommends removing them. But what I've read, I think the overall consensus is from other extension agencies and a lot of experienced gardeners that it's just a waste of time, and a lot of times will diminish production on a stock if you go to taking those off. So I don't bother with it. Well, now that's interesting, isn't it? Something I deal with a lot. See that little dude right there? That's a corn earworm. And what we're going to do is we're going to send this guy to another life, and the rest of that corn right there is going to be okay to eat. We're just going to cut the top of that off. What I typically do is I don't spray many chemicals in my garden. I've tried mineral on the silks of the corn when it starts to silk out to try to prevent the worm damage. But what I've done recently is I've just planted some for them and some for me, and we seem to kind of balance that out pretty good. Probably 10 or 15% of the ears I've picked so far has had some worm damage, but for the most part, a lot of them are clean. Our black eyes have done real good this year. We've got a spot here that's probably, well, it's 3 rows, 3 feet apart, and about 20 feet deep. We picked a 5-gallon bucket the other night, and as you can see, there's plenty there to keep picking on these. We're going to let these get just a little bit bigger. I use a little Mr. Sheller, pea sheller, just a little hand cranked pea sheller when I shell my peas, and I really like for them to just start to lighten up on the pods. When those beans start swelling, see that one there is still kind of a lime green. I like for that to just really start to lighten up just a little bit before I pick them. It seems they go through the sheller a lot easier that way. Let's go pick some tomatoes and see what all we can come up with. Got a few okras ready to harvest this morning. Well, here's what I ended up picking this morning. On the corn, I picked everything that I thought was ready today. There's still quite a bit out there. Gonna give it a couple of more days and go back and check it and do some more picking on it. It looks like there's probably 30, 40 or so ears there. Here we've got some jalapenos and yellow squash. A variety, assortment of okra that we picked. Banana peppers. And then the tomatoes. There's a variety there of homestead tomatoes. There's some lots of Roma tomatoes. A couple of Abe Lincolns. Quite a few of the Amish paste tomatoes. And what we're going to be doing this morning, we're going to go through and we're going to process some salsa and do some variety things with some tomatoes. Definitely be putting this corn up, getting it prepared and processed. Here's what we processed last night. I've got 5 pints of bread and butter pickles. I've got 2 quarts, and then I've got this jar here is a jar of refrigerator pickles that we did, so we can eat them pretty quick. Over here I've got 14 pints of sliced peaches, and then we did 7 pints of, or half pints, I'm sorry, of peach butter. Really good. And what we'll do, these have been setting for about 24 hours now. They're cooled off and all. We're going to check the seals on them, take these caps off, make sure they're good and sealed, and then we're going to wash these jars and label them and all, and we're going to put these in our storage. Well guys, I think it's about time for me to get busy. Get all this stuff put up and processed. Going to can some of it. Corn, I think I'm going to just blanch it in some boiling water and put it in some food processing bags and process it in my vacuum sealer and get it put in the freezer. We've got some canned corn that we canned last year in jars. So I think this year I'm gonna freeze this stuff. Of course, I said before, the tomatoes we're gonna turn into some salsa, and just some canned whole tomatoes probably. But appreciate you watching the videos, and as always, really inspires me to get on YouTube and watch you guys and get feedback and comments and all. But you guys have a great day, and we'll see y'all later.